Hey, what's going on, guys? It's No Shoes and we're back with another one. Today we're going to be checking out Locksmith Freestyle on Shade 45 with K Slay. This was suggested by Puerto Rican Guy 85, so thank you, Puerto Rican Guy, for the suggestion. Keep the suggestions coming in the comments down below, guys. I really do appreciate them, and I will get to all of them eventually. While you're down there in the comments, take a look in the description. Check out the merch. If you grab something from there, you'll be supporting me directly, so I do really appreciate it. And let's get right into this, see what this is all about. Puerto Rican Guy, I'm sorry, I have no idea which freestyle you were talking about. Locksmith has like at least 5 or 6, if not more, with K Slay on Shade 45, so it was hard to figure out. I just picked the first one that came up, so let's get into it, see what it's all about.
I chose something.
So I hope you didn't choose. That's Locksmith.
I know.
Number. Let's hear what you gonna put on.
What we got?
No weirdo shit.
What we got?
Let's hear. Let's hear.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. K Slay.
Yeah.
Locksmith Lofty Goals.
Okay.
Check it out. Look. Allow me to paraphrase the apparent phase I pedal toward. The space between chasing my dreams and what I'll settle for.
Ooh, already coming in, man. Said, let me paraphrase the apparent phrase. Let's bring it back a little bit.
Allow me to paraphrase the apparent phase I pedal toward. The space between chasing my dreams and what I'll settle for. Every new tier in my career is more clear. Focus on my core and keep these executives on a tether cord. I said it for a reason, mind you.
Keep these executives on a tether cord. These are some fire bars already. Let's keep it rolling, see what else he got to say.
Executives on a tether cord. I said it for a reason, mind you. People speculate, but to myself is the only label I'm signed to. And I don't feel the need to proceed. I'm reserved hardly. Do all the work and receive proceeds from a third party? That's absurd. Sorry. I just prefer
do all the work and receive proceeds from a third party. Fire bars, yo. Locksmith was talking a long time ago about going independent and not messing with the labels. I didn't know that. I'm not very familiar with him. I think I might have heard some of his stuff before, but this is a good introduction already.
a third party, that's absurd, sorry. I just prefer to be heard, bar me. Rapper sign and disappear, commandeer a search party. Search for me on the farce that you fraudulently falsified. A false guy you fabricating, the faith that you toss aside. I assault your pride, calling a lie like what's untrue. They rapping with such uncouth, they been in like Hut 1-2. No telling just what some do. We shun artists and praise social media starlets. No judging, I probably fuck 1 too. This is
Ooh, we gotta go back for that. He said something about artists and then social media starlets.
such uncouth, they've been in like Hut 1-2. No telling just what some do. We shun artists and praise social media starlets. No judging, I probably fuck 1 too. This is here, this is now, this is how we are viewed. We cop shoes before food, cause our values are skewed. We spin bread to get breads, it's in bread. We've been bred, we've been fed and misled. We duck shots to misled. What this said?
Ooh, we've been bred, we've been misled. He's going off. This rhyme scheme is dope right now. He's killing it. I love the way he's doing it. Let's see what else he's got to say.
The misled, what this said, I'm trying to paint it clear as possible. Some people are roadblocks, I had to steer those obstacles. I would not
some people are roadblocks, I had to steer those obstacles. Fire bars from Locksmith, man. This is dope.
Steer those obstacles. I would not let it swerve me like the clergy to the flock or the distorted plot. They try to smear this gospel through. My lyric and vocal expression has never been questioned. I know what it's worth. You cannot define. I try to confine what is inside. I try to pervert. But if it's this lame, I would disclaim with a disdain from a disdain, saying his name in a dismay. I would display showing dismay. But on this day, my total intention, total the totem you hope for suspension. I'm engrossed in my own convictions. I know that my foes are stricken with jealousy and contingency, stalking my timeline. But make sure they never mention me lyrically. There's no
stalking my timeline, make sure they never mention me. Hold up, he is going off, man. The scheme is dope, the flows are sick, he's switching it up, keeping it fresh, and he's not sticking with one for too long. I'm loving this.
Contingency stalking my timeline, but make sure they never mention me lyrically. There's no comparing now. How come you don't collab more a lot? In 3 words, niggas is terrified. I terrorize any rapper in any issue.
How come you don't collab more? They terrified. Fire bars, man. Shit, I would be terrified to freestyle and feature with this man too. He sounds like he'd be a hard man to follow. Let's keep it going.
Terrified. I terrorize any rapper in any issue. Fuck a tastemaker, cut off his tongue and tell him to wish you. Rappers use big words but don't be saying much to overcompensate for the music they had to rush. Instead of creative ways to convey.
Rappers use big words but they ain't be saying much. They're overcompensating for their music that they rush. fire bars. He's calling out everybody in the game, and this was years ago. Locksmith knew what the mumble rappers and the label and everything that was going on a long time ago, man. Let's keep it rolling.
Instead of creative ways to convey what they feel as such, they try to overcomplicate through their lyrics, and that's a crutch. Touching your notepad, you're so mad that you pretend. So you spit the most far out shit that you can pen. But when you try to sound smart without substance in your art, you're just as bad as the swagged out rappers that you condemn. Then a fan once wrote, "We sick of gimmicks, see? You gotta be controversial and diss them for empathy. But if I only become worthy by giving you controversy, then in reality the only real gimmick is me. I don't need a
Ooh, if I only become worthy by giving you controversy, then the real gimmick is me. Hold up, let's go back for that.
gimmick, see? You gotta be controversial and diss them for empathy. But if I only become worthy by giving you controversy, then in reality the only real gimmick is me. I don't need a sales pitch from some executive with a list trying to teach me how to tweet or consulting my statist. I've been at this thing for so long with practice, I could practically do a show anywhere on the atlas. If you at this nigga, better believe you at risk of being physically shunned. I become what I had this. I used to criticize others for lack of lyrical depth. Now I realize it's more than one way to earn your respect. They said I was slept on.
Ooh, I used to criticize others for lack of lyrical depth, but I realized that there's other ways to earn respect. Fire bars, and he's coming clean on it too. He's saying, look, I realized there's not only one way, and I learned that over time. You know, telling us a little bit about the way he's grown through all of his learning and whatnot. Let's bring it back a little bit, keep it going.
Now I realize it's more than one way to earn your respect. They said I was slept on, I kept on. I painted the picture you sketched on. I feel like these rappers are so full of gas that they swallow the glass full of Teflon. Respect gone, so you hustle for lots of loot. I'd rather be known as unknown than be known as a prostitute. Look.
Ooh, I'd rather be known as unknown than be known as a prostitute. Coming at these rappers, basically saying they turning tricks for money, man. That's fire. He is coming at it right now.
Look, would you rather be a whore or a slave? Would you rather be ignored or betrayed?
Ooh.
Would you rather be gathered amongst cadavers covered in lime and forced to redefine whatever Lord you praise? That's the promise that they give and expect you to choose between the lesser of two evils in hopes to confuse.
Man, look at this man's face right now. Veins coming out his neck and everything. He was ready for this. He said, I got something to say today. Y'all ain't ready for these bars. Let's bring it back a little further. All right, let's keep it going.
That's the promise that they give and expect you to choose between the lesser of two evils in hopes to confuse. The mad sheep where they bathe in their own fecal, consuming the residue of revenue from the folks they abused. Now let's define who folks is. Folks are me and you in the lower bracket where most live, that don't give a shit that
folks are like me and you in the lower bracket where most live. Man, he is talking to everybody in this track. This is sick. This is an awesome freestyle. Thank you, Puerto Rican guy, for the suggestion.
That don't give a shit that morality's in fatigue. Only imagery created by corporations and showbiz. And whether you know this and focus, whoever the foe is, and for this you try to invoke, which can never be noticed. So note this and put it in bold print. The minute you go vent, they try to establish that you was a savage the moment you want to expose this.
Ooh, hold up. Let's hear that again.
Note this and put it in bold print. The minute you go vent, they try to establish that you was a savage the moment you want to expose this.
Ooh.
If I follow a trend and try to pretend once, I essentially shoot myself for a fee. One thing that I've learned in the last 10 months, my only true competition is me. One minute they praise you, next minute they haze you. Either you underground or you a sellout joke. Cause there's never been a rapper with my lyrical talent that has proven he can equally balance between both. I revoke any label or category you dealing with. People need boxes and other people to fill them with. Pass me off as one or the other instead of building with. That's the ignorance that I turn around and kill them with.
Ooh, that's the ignorance that I turn around and kill them with. Fire bars, man. This is crazy.
Other instead of building with. That's the ignorance that I turn around and kill them with. That I turn around and steal them with. Word on the street, my niggas, that you been a bitch. Ooh. You want a revolution? Let's see. What better place to start with K Slay and me? That's how we do it. Lofty goes, man. I'm out of here.
888 Shape 45 I told y'all this nigga Locksmith, man. I don't
Yo.
Fuck. It comes to this spitting shit, niggas got problem.
That was fire, guys. That was awesome. I love that. Let me know some more Locksmith music down in the comments below. Let me know about some of his freestyles. Try to be specific because like I said, they all name the same thing and they're all like, there's one for like every year over the past like 5, 6, 7 years. I don't even know how long. I didn't look through all of them, but let me know in the comments. Leave me suggestions. Thank you, Puerto Rican Guy 85, for suggesting this. I really do appreciate it, and I love sharing this music with y'all. I hope you enjoyed it as well, and if you did, hit that like button. Let me know. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. I'm forgetting how to talk today, guys. Hit that bell so you can get notified every time I drop a new video. Take a look in the description down below where you'll find my merch, as well as affiliate links. If you grab something from down there, you'll be supporting me directly, so I do really appreciate it. And thank you to everybody in the No Shoes gang, everybody watching these videos. If it's your first time watching, I appreciate you, and I will see you guys next time.